Did you ever feel like someone's watching you or tracking everything you're doing on the internet and mining all of your data? Well, they are. And it's just about every company out there who's trying to do it. And while some of these privacy concerns are certainly more worrisome than others, it's critical to protect your personal and corporate data.
I'm Dean Safola, and this is the Azure Academy.
The info behind your screen generally comes in two forms: telemetry data and personal data. The general telemetry is normally baked into your user license agreement that you accepted when you signed up for a service like Facebook, Google, Amazon, or even installed Windows. And what you can do about those is really a deep topic and deserves its own video. So if you want to see more about that, just subscribe and comment down below and let me know what you're interested in. As for your personal data, this is the stuff like your pictures, documents, and music. It's the stuff that you would really cry about if you lost it or if it leaked out for all the world to see. You know, like the embarrassing photos that they took of you at your aunt's Christmas party. You know who you are. And there's lots of ways to protect those things too. But on this channel, we focus more on the cloud. So as far as the personal data on your screen goes, this usually means you have to talk about OneDrive or whatever other cloud storage service you're using. And in OneDrive in particular, we now have a personal vault that will encrypt your data, but that's another video too. In the business world, protecting the data on your screen is just as much of a concern. And this is especially true in a service like Azure Virtual Desktop. And since those screens that your clients use can literally be anywhere and on any device, and since there are so many ways that your data could leak out of your environment, we have a lot of features to help protect you. Over here in the admin portal, go ahead and click on a host pool and then click on RDP Properties. These are all the settings that control the look and feel of your environment. Just click over there on the Device Redirections tab. Here you can control almost everything that can come in or out of your session hosts. And the stuff at the top here is all your video conferencing stuff for things like Teams. Then underneath that are the local devices and resources. And there are 6 items here that can impact controlling your data: drives and storage, clipboards, COM ports, printers, smart cards, and USB devices. Now, when you log on to your client and open the Windows File Explorer, did you ever notice a whole bunch of drives down here at the bottom? Well, those drives are from your local computer that are being projected into your virtual environment. These could allow your users to bring their personal files into the corporate environment or take them out. And it's the same thing for your USB storage devices. Now, the clipboard is something that none of us really pay that much attention to, but if you've allowed the clipboard, then somebody could copy some sensitive corporate data and then paste it onto their local computer and just walk away with it. Now, there are a ton of settings here to consider, and it's all highly configurable. But keep this in mind. These settings are host pool specific, which means that if you want to allow printer redirection for some users but not for others, then you'll need another host pool for those folks with different settings. Now, when it comes to screen protection, there's 2 different things to think about. The first is protecting what's on your screen from your users, and then there's protecting your screens from everyone else. And in this age of cloud computing, don't ever forget the low-tech but no less effective method of snooping, like somebody watching directly over your shoulder. This can be especially important in public places like coffee shops or that weird sweaty person that you sat next to on your last economy flight. They can see what's happening on your screen way too easily. So if you're in one of those spaces a lot, this is where a privacy filter could be a great investment. It reduces the viewing angle of your screen, so you have to be right in front of it, otherwise it's all a blur. The other solution here is a feature that's called Screen Capture Protection. This blocks things like the print screen function or screen sharing software or even malicious software that might have creeped its way onto your laptop and might be trying to capture your screen. Now, this doc is linked in the video description down below, and you can see in the second paragraph here a link to download some policy files. So go ahead and download that and extract them, and you'll find you have 2 different files. And they need to be put into 2 different places. The .admx file needs to go into C Windows Policy Definitions, and the .adml file needs to go in one of the subfolders, the en-us there. Make sure that you've copied those onto all of your domain controllers, and then go ahead and open your Group Policy Management Editor. Go ahead and modify your existing virtual desktop policy, and then navigate to the Computer Configuration, Administrative Templates, Windows Components, Remote Desktop Services, Remote Desktop Session Hosts, and Azure Virtual Desktop. Open and enable the Screen Capture Protection policy, and once your GPOs are updated on your host, you're done. The next time your users go to log in, your screens will be protected. And as you can see, or rather you can't see, my screen is invisible to you. You can see the RDP bar at the top there, but everything else is just hidden. And as you can imagine, depending on what your users are doing in their virtual desktop environment, this will have some consequences. As I said earlier, this will block the ability for screen sharing, and that includes presentations through Teams. And also, before you comment about this, yes, of course, someone could still physically take a picture of your screen with a camera. So comment below if you have an idea on how to take care of that problem. And I'll give you a shout out and share the best ideas in an upcoming video. Finally, on the Windows side of things, screen capture protection only works with the Windows desktop client and in full desktops only today. While on the macOS client, that'll protect your full desktops and remote apps. So thanks for joining me to protect what's on your screen. Go ahead and click over here and learn about all the other things you can do to protect your virtual desktop environment, and there is quite a lot, so I'll see you there. Happy learning.